full 1 billion minutes to set up because I'm not even used to it. I'm on my phone and I don't know, get really close and see the chat. I can see it from far away as well, but I can see it from really close too. I'm trying to set up music because I still have my computer here, even though what's happened for me to be on my phone. Why are you calling this a travel blog? I mean, hi. I mean, hello. I mean, good to see you. There's it's a travel stream indeed. There is Deltarune tomorrow. My girlfriend keeps telling me that I keep, but there's a bunch of theories that I'm not up to date on. That when there's an error message in the game, in the code of the game, then it seems to be in a character's voice, and I didn't know about that until literally this year. And how long has Deltarune been out for? You're saying the irregular stream strikes back? It has. It's striking. If I could get a little tunes also here, if the internet would load up, then it could go. You're saying Wicked trailer tomorrow. Oh shoot. Everything's happening in the summer. I didn't really even keep up with that. Wow, okay. I'm excited for that. There's... Hey, why are you having a sad moomoo about looking in the chat? So what's happening? What's happening magma-wise? And is that... Okay, well, I guess let's just turn this over here. Is that physically I can be next to it, such as this. This is everything I do broke as hell. Everything I do messed up and unintentional. So you're talking about a room tour. I've seen that GeoGuessr Freak identify where people are based solely on their room. I don't know, I could do it on the last day, maybe. I could do it on the last day. I don't know. That makes some suspicious eye contact with my silent brother across the room, and I decide not to. Sure, no, okay, what, huh? All right, so you're saying the phone crispy. The phone mic sounds crispy, not in a good way. Is that from talking really close to it? Probably. Or perhaps crunching everything on it. And there's the silly guy saying, about the Deltarune theory is saying he's friends with everyone. You can't say no to his friendship except bigots. He hates bigots. Or okay, no, that's not about Deltarune. That's about the silly guy from the silly guy indeed. I'm most amused to meet such an individual. I can draw hearts on the arts with my ginormous fingers going on. Oh wait, I was still using the paint bucket tool. Wow. I feel like that from this camera angle, you can see how much I am grandma. You can see how much I am. Okay, let's put I'm trying to appreciate. Wow, I'm trying to appreciate the arts. I'm trying to. Well, it's you're being appreciated. That's for sure. That's to be sure. Am I happening ASMR? Hello to Avita Chocolito. This is there's travel stream happening. And whatever is on your mind may of course be a topic of a stream. I'm honestly thinking probably I'll only be here for some of the minutes, because due to being in a strange state. And by strange state, I guess I mean East Coast state. There, like they're saying, we are in Pride Month. I'm sick with many viruses in my bloodstream, and you dare make an irregular stream become regular right now. What I've done here, I have the mic doesn't travel really well. I guess I could have brought the camera and just sort of seen what happens, because I do have my full laptop here, as you have just seen. I do have that, but I Okay, what happens in a regular stream if I were to attempt to shape this into one right now? This the guy saying it's Pride Month. You know what that means. Trying to draw a non-binary icon two time for a second. I'm Whenever people say two time, I still think about the Jack Stopper meme. Okay, so regular stream, or a regular stream is I'm in this orientation compared to the camera. It is funny how this equipment immediately gives me the message to try to turn your phone back. Well, what if I want to be sideways? YouTube harshing my vibe. Okay, so it's like this, and then in the corner, if I were to try to be regular for a second, although it's still kind of irregular. I have my Sharpie, I have my things. If I were to try to be regular for a second, then I should try to position myself in basically the same way, like physically. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be that reflective, brother. Okay, but I guess there's no way I could tell. Okay, and then my head is like physically in the corner of this, and that's well, that was pretty regular. I've turned it back. I've turned it back. I'm so sorry. I've turned it back. There's for some your username is showing up as AI now. Oh my god, the esteemed AI who was taking all of our jobs has shown up. Anyway, you're saying it's time for me to guess what time it is for you. 4:29 p.m., isn't it? I was about to say yes, absolutely. And then I looked over at my laptop clock, which for some reason refuses to adjust to the time zone and still said my home time zone. Freaked out, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guessed. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm taking no, okay, not just one screenshot, but two screenshot because I'm not tripping here. I'm perfectly steady. All right, so there's crunch happening. Why is my mic crunchy? It was so perfect last time. It could be my physical voice. It could be actually my voice is crunching. But hello to you, Aisha. How are you doing? What's good today? The computer guy saying that someone just said they are American. Yeah, probably. Is it me who says I'm American? That's it's very likely. It's very likely. There's Kai apologizing for being an AI bot. I okay. Are you ready for Deltarune? Because that's a real question. Because I feel like I'm physically not ready for Deltarune. You, I want to know what's up with the mask, but I know I'm not gonna. No. Okay. So it's just extra precaution. Okay. My my sibling is extremely anonymous, even from the corner. Okay, so then there's Beach Chocolate saying, I don't think you'll be able to read all the chat out loud. I totally felt that I was keeping up with it. I wasn't. I wasn't keeping up with it, was I? So, uh, so you're saying this is the perfect cam setting to confirm your double row of eyelashes. I personally think is BS with much respect. Okay. Okay, I'm not feeling respected, but okay. Let's get really close to my eye. Let's get super close to my eye. I don't know. Okay, probably it just looks super ordinary. It's still not focusing. It's still not focusing. Also, sorry for I went into that pretty quickly. Sorry for people with scopophobias that I went into that so quickly. I didn't even think about there's the computer guy saying from saying what time you guessed it was for somebody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean there was like previous information about the time zone. I say as I jump around in the chat, making things completely incomprehensible. There's, I must sort of announce this. So you're saying, are you sure you have a sibling? It's not imaginary. Oh my god, that would make me so sad. I would cry. I would cry. I would for real cry. Okay, there's to the guy who is ready for Delta Road. And I I think that the mistake that I made when trying to get into Deltarune in the first place, I should try to set up a different angle too. I should shrimp myself around this computer, I think, for visual interest. But the mistake that I think that I made when trying to get into Deltarune the first time was I waited to play it myself, and I didn't watch a billion playthroughs like I did for Undertale. Maybe I'm just more of a watcher for a lot of things. I don't know. I I might just go into it watching other playthroughs first. I don't know. It's coming out. It's coming out what, tomorrow? I thought it over. I have a math class going on, so I can't even do that. There's I should love saying. I don't know if you can check mic settings, but to lessen the crunch, you can sometimes lower the volume. It takes my app. It's like a slider you can lower. Oh shoot! For real, I'd keep on walking into all of this absolutely ignorant. Well, I found the mute setting, so that's a good one to know where it is. Hmm. There's, I shall have saying that guy saying the Dan dub trailers tomorrow. We are in the final countdown. I'm jazzed. I am jazzed about that. Completely just so jazzed. I back all the way up right over here. I'm I I feel like I'm probably attached to their dub actors a little bit. Attached to their dub actors a little bit. The computer guy saying, by the way, your videos are great. Your Tumblr readings are perfect. I'm I'm happy to hear about it. I think I still have the capability to make some while I'm traveling because fun fact for that, I actually record all of the audio for that on my phone because the mic that I have for some reason was not turning out right. And what is this? This is the very same phone. I started doing that because of the last irregular stream where somebody said that the audio on this was better, but now it's crunchy. I don't know what's true. In any case, thanks. I should have saying you give oldest child, am I correct? In in the way that matters, which makes it sound like I'm not the oldest child. Okay, of the siblings that I am fully related to, yes, I'm the oldest sibling, which I was also raised as. God, that was a long sentence to explain a lot of nothing, but yeah, that's correct. Yeah, something saying you're in bed. How lazy? I'm also so in bed, but I'm sick. Wow. You look at me and you think I'm not sick. You think I'm not gnarly? You think I'm not too wicked, too twisted, slamming it? I don't know. Somebody tell me a surfer slang so I can be it real quick. There's guy saying. Also, I think I've fallen down the rabbit hole of collecting One Piece cards because the art is nice. One Piece TCG cards. I every single time, Kai, every single time you come on here and you tell us how your money is being spent, it's on something that is an acronym that I've never heard of before. And then when I look it up, it's gorgeous. I'm terribly curious about what's going on there. So I'm just keep continuing with those dollar readings. Put you on the God. How many likes was your comment at last time I looked at it? It was getting up there. That was explosive. Okay, the crunch is increasing due to my loudness, wasn't it? Oh God, oh God. There's silly guy saying fully related to. Do you have partial siblings? I mean, haven't met the guy, but he's out there. He is out there. Yeah. And then let's talk about gnarliness, radicalness. Are you tired, sick, or drunk? Because you're sounding like at least one of those. That's a funny thing. That's a funny thing that I think about sometimes. My normal way of talking and behaving, and this is good for me because I just decided to be sober when I was a child. I say as if people were offering me drinks when I was a child. They weren't. I just decided to be sober and not do drinking. My normal mode of talking, it can be a little bit similar to drunk people. and I only notice this, okay, not just way of talking, I only notice this when I happen to see a drunk fellow walking about in public, just some sort of upstanding man of society, I assume, dressed all normal, dressed all regular. And then he was like smiling and flopping around, which I also love to do in public because the result is that I smile and flop around. I don't know if you've ever tried that. It's really great. You're very happy. There's talk of boba tea happenings. Like saying, I'm sorry for saying that you're always inviting me when I'm healthy. Please forgive me. Hey. Bet you're having the best bed. All right, I'm way behind in the chat. There's because you're just saying I hate YouTube. How dare they not show me this? Hey, you found it. You are here. It's happened. There's I should love saying, but for real, I'd like that song. If not for the Tesla mention. Wait. Oh, well, was it the was it rat? Was it rat or did I miss one? Oh no, it's probably Boba Tea. Okay. I haven't met the guy, but he's out there. He's saying, well, that's certainly a lore trap. Like that was fully the dialogue option to unlock a secret. I've told like one or two people about it, but it's also like I don't know. I feel strange about mentioning it on the stream in any further detail because that's not really my thing to tell. Not really my thing to tell. There's guy saying my bank account is suffering. I've never in my life thought I would become like the Pokemon card collectors, but now I think I need a binder to keep all my cards. Really, really, I don't know that much about Pokemon. However, I just found out that if I search one, or maybe if I search the right one on Google, um, then they start to have me try to catch all 150 Pokemon right there from Google. That was that was fascinating. That was cool. And then there's okay. Oh, oh, you've connected the dots for my old ass. People are saying Tesla is supposed to be gnarly in a negative light, but I don't know a damn thing. Okay, huh? Okay. And there's somebody saying drunk shadow. You could share. For some reason, right after the mention of sickness, that sentence made me think, wow, who wants to get turned on cough syrup? The more I think about it, the more I think to myself that I'm probably not sober because it fits my personality. There's, I, it's probably just a coincidence, honestly. I'm willing to keep up the coincidence, sort of commit to it, but still, it's a funny way to think about it. All right, so I refocus on the magnet canvas because I want to be there. I should love is well, okay, somebody made a song about Tesla calling it gnarly, saying releasing it after he did the throwing his art out was just out of touch. I am so out of the loop on so many things that I don't even know what it is. There's Nico Juju saying, what the hell have I missed? I say people's talking about Tesla, there's Joe talking about not taking alcohol, there's even Boba Tea, average life for real. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for feeling incredibly lost. It makes me feel less alone when I'm incredibly lost. There's calling it throwing his heart out is I understand why you would say the sentence I don't want to think about Tesla because I don't know, I get a little sickening, get a little nauseous with it. Okay, so you heard the phrase turned on by cough syrup. Good God. I try to process, I try to parse what goes on. Okay, you're saying this close-up angle made me realize Cheryl has huge eyeballs. It's because I'm talking to the eyeballs first. Look at me all the way back here, top of my mountain, and I have normal size eyeballs. Probably, I don't know, kind of have eye bags right now. Sometimes I feel like that makes it a little bit more. I was talking about sending a picture of shiny cards that you just got delivered, along with a chibi commission you got a few weeks ago. I wish to see. I wish to see things. And there's the computer guy saying, your voice is turning more into the rambling 90-year-old village witch with a British accent talking to a company while brewing a potion. Yeah. maybe, perhaps, clocked. I I like okay, logically I tell myself I know that I do have a native accent. I assure myself of this, but but the way that I speak is informed from being just kept in a room style homeschooling, from just I don't know, just being on the internet and not being around other people and being in my head. That's I want to say where the way that I speak comes from. And so and so sometimes it feels like I didn't have enough influences around me to not talk in a fully strange way. You're gonna see my potions after this. I'm gonna reveal my potions to you, potion seller. All right, there's. I look like the kind of being to wear glasses. I'm the only person in my family who doesn't wear glasses. Yeah, do not jinx this for me. Do not jinx this for me. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Try to scroll to the bottom of this chat. There's Nico Juju chiming in with you've never liked Tesla. Electric cars in general are not the way to go, and public transport is the future. It's that simple. What do you think of? Okay, maybe I'm too American pilled if I'm about to say this right now. But what do you think of the sort of like a autonomous little pod, and then it attaches to something like a like a computer led sort of a train. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what would go on the existing horrifying amount of roads my country already has. I'm just trying to think like okay, so it's like a little room. It's like on the wheels. It like connects to another one and goes along a route, and then maybe you don't have to own a car. One of these just is like roving around and picks you up. This is but then if I think of it that way, have I thought of something that is again not so economical? Okay, whatever. Hello to Zero McGivus, and you dyed your hair pink. Now you're cool. Hey, that's really fun. There's that's a that's a that's a really coincidental time for silly guy to immediately send the message. It's hideous. No, no, no. Okay. So the way that I talk is like the inside of your head. Oh my, oh my. All right, and then there's silly guy chiming in with the Cybertruck being the ugliest street geometry on wheels I've ever seen. I am always so surprised when I see one of those and remember it exists. The boiled one has popped into the magma. The boiled one has appeared in the magma. The boiled one, I a regular of this stream, but it still makes me laugh every single time. Okay, so am am I coughing to death? Yeah. All right. Died. Coughed to death and died. All right. So there's there's Nico Chuchu chiming in with don't just start on pods. Okay, okay. I walk it back. I walk it back with my Americana transportation ideas. Sorry about it. And then there's matching with the pink hair, talking about buses. It's like a bus, but then your seat comes to pick you up. And thinking about it, this is horrible. This is horrible. I did just invent a worse kind of thing in between cars and public transportation. Not quite neither. All right. So this. I should love saying that your hair is actually more pink now the entire underside is dyed. I am fascinated by that. I did come up with a bust, but worse. All right. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being American and loving burgers and I don't know, coughing, and then my cough is an eagle screech. I am sorry. This is how I'm made. I'm trying to undo it very slowly, one bit at a time. Okay. There's calling me a coward for not getting the hair pink. Oh no. For some reason, when I think it over, this Pride Month, I feel like I could get a fun hair color. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, maybe I would go for a hair streak, which I might as well do because I just adore, I don't know, lopping off chunks of my hair. I did lop off a little bit more of my hair. All right, it's completely not visible. It's completely not visible. But I just wanted to say, aside from that, just apropos of anything, I do love doing that. All right, you're saying to dye my hair neon green. Dare you to go pink. You are trying to turn me into the Septiplier fan child. There's sounding like Marge Simpson. Um, with the slightly better mic, all of the parts of the voice are coming in just fine. Okay, there's yearning for walkable cities. You're just saying, you see, the thing is, 98% of all fancy pods tech or new way to do things are just worse versions of something that already exists. I Whenever I know this logically, I think to myself, but what if mine was the better version? What if mine was the better version? What if I got it right? Just that I know. I can't just say that. I have to have details that explain it. All right. Silly guy with the God forbid I shoot solid lead bullets into my McDonald's Big Mac. That that one seems fully protected under every law when I think that over. I mean, American laws, American laws. Did you dye your hair rainbow for Pride Month, or or you don't support the gays? I I'm trying so hard to support the gays, trying to I don't know, eventually save up for a house for a girlfriend. I try so hard, you know. And there's okay. You think that the magnetic rail system of cars in Eco City, okay, seems cool. I Magnetic rail system of cars. Magnetic rail system of cars. I just feel like there's so many ways. Okay, I mean, if we want to dive headfirst into the ideas which are stupid, but which I really love nevertheless, I would say bringing back airships. I always think of bringing back airships. There's the computer guy saying walkable cities are great. I'm from the UK and not having to rely on cars is great, especially because I'm medically exempt from driving. It honestly, as somebody who only who who took the driver's test like too recently enough that I'm thinking over. Well, I took it 4 times, failed 3 times. They let me on the road. The dust man appears in the magma. That's a side note. That's a side thing, distracting myself. They let me on the road when I can only drive on record 20% of the 25% of the time. I know math. I do know math. Um, that's that's ludicrous. That's ridiculous. And now I still have a license, even though I just like haven't driven in a while. I went on a highway for the first time last week where they let you go 80 miles an hour. I why am I allowed to do that? All right, let's scroll on down. And you're talking about Masdar City. If I write that down, is it going to be fully explained? I have a full laptop right next to me. Masdar City. Oh, okay, an urban community in Abu Dhabi, capital of the United Arab Emirates. All right, and they're doing their experimental um, interesting. Is the Google slideshow of this when I look it up is showing me a Taj Mahal, or am I tripping? They're showing me a roller coaster on this Google. They are showing me a water slide that looks like colorful spaghetti. I'm having a great time with this. Wow. All right, so the ancient tradition of rebel character colored hair streaks. Hey, I do love it. I do love it. I should have saying, I am unfortunately also stereotype of Asian who dyed their hair to be rebellious. Hey, if it works and it's excellent, don't fix it. You're saying it was more self-expression than rebellion? I feel like for characters who have a rebellious arc, it ranges self-expression. Sorry to hit you with the Discord chime notification. I'm trying to get into our Discord right exactly now. Why do we have a cars ecology and city yapping thread now? I mean, I'm for it, but if you're gonna use it to tell me that I'm being dumb, then I'm still for it, but with sadness. There's a lot to presume. I haven't checked in there. I haven't checked in there whatsoever. Okay, and I've been trying to orient myself a different way this entire time. I've been trying to, I don't know. I've been trying to, yeah. Okay, I've been trying to do that for a minute. Wow, okay, that creates an infinite reflection in sort of it's sort of this and that. Well, okay, and it's actually blurred out, sort of due to not focusing on everything all at once because cameras don't do that. Okay, well now I know. Now I know how that looks. All right, so. You're asking, did you get your hair cut after doing the chop on stream? Nah, I just cut off another flap of hair in the kitchen sink? No, with the kitchen scissors in the bathroom sink. And so that's now a thing that these hotel scissors have been used for. You guys get hotel scissors over there? It's I recommend it. You're saying be rebellious your own way and dye your eyebrows purple. I am now considering walking around with a single purple eyebrow. I This amuses me very much. You're saying to please don't drive at 80 miles per hour, but that's the speed limit on the interstate where I was. So if I don't drive at 80 miles an hour, I'm a danger. I'm a miscreant. I'm like that Uber driver that we just had recently who was 70 and for some reason was going at 40 on the freeway. That was a little weird. That never happened to me before. That was a little bit scary. All right. So Makiva wanting to be visibly queer. Hey. The the hair is a lovely, a wonderful, colorful way to do that. You're going to drive at 100 miles per hour, aren't you? Aren't you European? So you don't even know the gravity of what you're saying right now as a European. There's doing things for the community. There's actually saying anybody that dyes their hair is a rebel, going against nature's color palette, flipping off genetics and stuff. Well, now I'm thinking of the people in, what is it, like the East Asian schools with the dress code for the hair, who sometimes dye their hair black because it comes out a little bit, hello to all of my acne, because it comes out a little bit more brown, and they dye their hair black to conform to it a little bit more. You're driving on the sidewalk for the community. My grandmother had a small enough car that she could do that. I got into the Discord for a second because I wasn't sure if Kai sent wonderful pictures of wonderful art. What is going on in all of these? Okay. And my mom shot through the door to ask if we need more paper towels. Could you I I don't know if I can signal my sibling to be aware of mom asking for more paper towels. But whether we need some, but that's what's been shouted just now. All right, Nico Jujus goes away for food time. There's things that might be German. I don't know if I'm misremembering Nico Jojo as French. Um, why would I have that information? It's like I'm trying to be Google spying on you. I'm not trying to be Google spying on you. Okay, I'm trying to be in some kind of a position. I might end the stream in a few minutes. I've tried to do is what I've tried to do is angle this screen so nothing much is reflecting in it, and so that it's kind of like this. It's kind of, yeah, that makes sense to me, I think. All right, so there was something saying there's a French among us, my God, and this is making me think of what I learned in world history today. What you learned in world history today? It's been a while since I was in a history class, so whatever happened in the world, I hope they didn't update it, basically. I hope that all of the time is passing and no new history is being made, because I'm certainly not learning about it. I'm going to learn about philosophy. That's different from history, but also kind of similar, because they tell you about like the guy who thought that a man was a featherless biped and then got his argument dunked on by having a plucked chicken presented to him. All right. There's the guy saying, "Oh, God, it's only my stuff on there." Hey, and I love your art style. I love your art style very much. You're talking about World War One, and I was literally saying, "Is your camera mirrored?" I just noticed we've been seeing mirrored. I don't know the real one. I don't know how I would be able to tell exactly. There's the computer guy saying there was SCP-729J in this other guy's stream yesterday. My God, I'm most interested in that, probably, unless it's mean and scary, in which case I'm only a little interested in that, because what if it wants to be mean to me and scared to me? There's Nikojuju proclaiming that you are French Canadian, the superior version of French. I love inter-French warfare is a sentence that I just said with a smile on my face before, remembering that probably there's historical precedent and somebody's bloodline probably has trauma about it. Not mine though, so I guess yeah, I love inter-French warfare when you guys are fighting each other about which French is the best French. Whoever's in front of me at the moment, hey, I hope you win. I hope you win. And then there's like saying you're French and you live in a country that doesn't exist. Oh, Canada too as well. Your house is not safe from my ICBM, good sir. But watch your words. Wow, I love comedically huge threats. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, so I'm appreciating characters up on this canvas. Appreciating so very much. If if I am to end the stream, then I'm quite glad that I have seen most lovely art today. What am I? What am I saying? Okay, you're elaborating on the SCP-729J, saying that it's not creepypasta or mean. Look it up. Although I'm sorry for doing this to you. That's the kind of thing that someone might say before they rickroll me. Before they rickroll me. Okay, so what the hell am I looking at? An SCP, a seven and a 2 and a 9 to a J. I just remembered that the J attachment is for a joke, resides in an office on a desk. What I'm seeing is a perfectly yellow plush, such as a peep or something. Do I know what it is? I'm sorry. I'm sorry and hello. Shall I end it? I was thinking of ending it. And by it I mean the stream. I say with my perfect phrasing. Sorry for the strange timing. I say in a room with several other people. Okay, what does the okay, so it's literally just a toy of a Peeps rabbit. That's it. That's the joke when I look up this SCP. Hey, hey, I love when there's a little ha ha, when there's a little funny, when I'm amused, such as this. Okay, and there's Halden Lindstrom saying, "Oh, good, I caught your art stream again." Oh, well, I have a little bit of art to show about it. I've been in a bucket hat recently. However, I think it shall be a shorter stream. I think I shall get out of here because I partially because I said that I would end at a half an hour. We're going at 40 minutes. I don't know if my dear sibling is like holding your poops or something. I'm okay. There's guys sending pictures of all your financial decisions. I want to see that. Not like bank statements, but like okay. Oh, you're having like a card. You're having like a card of like these power levels of these One Piece characters. Well, oh my stars. How very, oh, that's my nose. How very excellent. I'm I I can see why one might get the collector's urge about such a thing. I can see why you might have the urge to constantly obtain objects. There's held in this room with the no pressure to continue to do what you feel. Oh, why thank you for the accommodation, and it's nice to say hi to you. I hope you're doing all right. Hope whatever's going on in your life, hope it's all right. There's sexy saying ending the stream so soon. Isn't this a 6-hour stream? We're in your phone now. You can carry us with you. I I kind I think of it. You're so amusing. You're so amusing and charming to me that I do consider it. Well, the places we could go, the things you could see. Yeah, I guess I'd have to ask my family, which walks right next to me at all times. None of there's the computer guy saying in the community is meant to be a peeps plush that everyone hates for no reason. That's the joke. I Okay. Okay, so then when you say, I'm sorry for doing this to you, that's said with the presumption that I will immediately feel a burning hatred for the Peeps plush. Yeah, I'm about that. Commit to the bit. Commit to the bit. There's You're having extreme pressure to continue your ICBM. Slow down on the current position. Oh, excuse me. Did I ask about ICBMs to be locked onto my current position? If a missile ever locks onto my location, maybe I don't want to know. Maybe I. Maybe that's the missile's problem. As you might hear if you look this phrase up, the missile knows where it is. It doesn't say the gyro knows where the missile is, so I wouldn't really want to know neither. All right, this guy's saying the cards are so nice, and then the art I commission is so nice. My wallet is empty, but it's okay. Can I see the commissioned art before we go? Oh my gosh! With your reminder to support artists, I feel like I almost recognize the second art style. If I'm Hey Ari, look at this! This is not only extremely cute but extremely high quality. Not only cute but high quality. I I'm extremely compelled to ask who's like the usernames who has done this because I wish to know that is really cute up in here. Oh my gosh, perfect. And there's Negotiation who knows the phrase, the missile knows where it is by knowing where it is not. I feel like when I listened to that for the first time, I had no idea what that meant, and I still don't. All right. I think I'm ending a stream in some capacity. I think I'm ending a stream in some capacity. Thank you for showing up for a very short and highly irregular stream. It is nice to say hi. I'm full of more joy. I'm messing up my sleep schedule by getting addicted to 6 hours of new activities on my phone. So it's nice to have something that feels regular to me. Almost didn't show up here. There's Kai sharing the names of the artists Luminella and Vandera both on Twitter. I think maybe I follow the second one. I think maybe I follow the second one. I think maybe I follow the artist you commissioned. I'll have to check. It's either that or they just have so many popular arts I that I recognize it, that it is a thing that I recognize. You're saying I'm still addicted to your phone. Yes, I was still addicted to the phone. They're hiding messages for review, but it's okay. You're saying that you're so sick, your throat is hurting, your head is hurting, your skull is hurting. Your last message is 24, no 48-hour stream. Dang, homie. Dang, homie, that's so sad. F in the chat if that was so sad just now. So sorry for you, homie. That was sad. All right, good riddance with a joke and potentially catch your laugh sometime in the future. Then I try to do these things on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I started traveling all the hell over the place, so I don't know what's up. In any case, thank you once again very much for being here, and I shall see you sometime indeed. All right. I haven't brushed my teeth yet. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, and that's a funny sort of way to. Okay, I'm in the